To add another element of realism to your accompaniment, you can use drum fills. Clicking on measure numbers here as shown above, I'm creating drum fills that will make their way into those bars.
Laura.
From easy swing to upbeat samba, no problem with the style picker. As shown here, I just click on the style box. This brings up an enormous selection of different styles. As you can see here, there are several different sambas available, any of which I can preview with the currently entered chord progression. Clicking on the Intro button will bring up the Generate Chords for Intro window. Here I specify the key of my piece as well as the starting chord. Pushing the Generate Intro chords, Band-in-a-Box creates a progression leading the ear to the key of the tune. I can do this any number of times, and Band-in-a-Box will come up with a completely different introduction every time. Introduction length is contingent on the tempo of the piece. This is adjustable with the Intro length pull-down. Another useful option is the pedal bass pull-down. As they're generally short in supply, rhythm section players usually have pretty demanding schedules, and their availability tends to be limited. VJ2 had a challenging semester in this respect, as we only had 2 rehearsals with our rhythm section. This problem is compounded by the considerable amount of time it takes rhythm section players to get set up in place. While the choice to have live rhythm section players with us in an actual performance is an obvious one, Band-in-a-Box is a highly effective simulation tool. It can be run on a very minimal system. In this case, I use a 7-year-old laptop with 768 megabytes of RAM and a 60 gigabyte hard drive. I use a mini jack cable to connect my laptop computer with a stereo preamp. And if I want to, I can mute certain instruments in the accompaniment to allow for live players to play along with us. This sort of hybrid approach has proven to be valuable for both the instrumentalists and vocalists. Creating an audio recording of the accompaniment for students is easy. Clicking the Wave button allows me to render my accompaniment. It's usually a good idea to choose a convenient location for the audio file. The desktop is usually a good place for this. It's here that we're telling the computer where to store the audio file that we'll then be able to put onto a CD or a portable music player for our students. I click the DXI render button and the computer begins to put together an audio file of the accompaniment. Note that there's no actual playback of the accompaniment while this is taking place.